Beautiful people, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Opsy Baby, and you're welcome to Locks and Chronicles. If it's your first time, you're super welcome, and if you're returning, you are the real MVPs. Just looking at 2024, I'll be honest, that's a year that I didn't feel like I did much. I had to really delve deep into gratitude to be thankful for 2024, because at first I didn't see any particular thing to celebrate or to be kind of, let me say, proud of myself for 2024. um I think I became more consistent on this channel. You know, I have to always go back to the reason, why I started YouTube. And as a Nigerian, an immigrant in the UK, I started doing YouTube because a lot of the things that I required answers to, I had no one to show me the way. I had nobody to particularly hold my hand and take me through it. And I just came on here to start sharing my chronicles, my career and my life as an immigrant in the UK, originally from Nigeria. And I thought, oh, if I give up now, why did I even start? I think what a lot of my followers do, and I'm speaking to you as well, a lot of you have a lot of questions and you actually do engage with me, but you prefer to do it privately. Reasons I don't know. And if you're doing it privately, it's fine. And I understand that some of the things that you want to ask me and share with me might be private, but you should also be engaging with this content, because guess what? If you're not engaging with this content publicly and people aren't saying it and the engagement is not there, the algorithm and the medium or media by which I'm sharing this, will not really push these videos out. And then, I might get discouraged and stop sharing. So you also have a responsibility in making sure that we keep going. And I know that, yes, that's something that you can do. That is not to say don't come to me if you need to ask me a question. My DM is always open, as I always say, but make sure to engage publicly as well with my videos and with the content that I am putting out for you. So I think that's something a major reflection of 2024, that I wasn't really particularly how do I put it, impressed by or with. Another thing that I wasn't particularly impressed by was my career. I felt a bit stuck. I think I've spoken about this in my stories on Instagram. I felt a bit stuck, like, oh yes, I have been doing well, not been in the same team, but this is going to be my 5th year of being a social worker. And I felt like I should be able to say, oh, I have this something big to show for it. If you've been following me from like day one, or since I qualified as a social worker, you would know that it's always been my dream to become an AMP. And I still didn't achieve that. And even when 2024 was like ending, even maybe I wouldn't say now, but when 2024 was ending, or shall I even say now, there was still no clear pathway for me to do my arm training. And reasons being, my trust that I work with does not have a clear pathway for this training. And I felt stuck because I really like the team in which I work, in which I am currently based. And so it was a case of, shall I leave my team and then go to another trust, or go to back to the local authority that would take me another 2 years of my life? Or shall I stay here and fight and try and be the change and try and make my trust see reasons why there should be a clear pathway for us to be able to implement or start this training for social workers as a means for us to progress our career. So I have been stuck between these two kind of decisions that I have to make, and up until now I still haven't decided, although I have been doing a lot of work in the background and trying to be able to advocate this training for myself and for other social workers. But fingers crossed. I am kind of more at peace because I have now left it. I've done my best, not that I've just left it to God, but I've done everything that I believe that I need to do. I think and I've also given myself some time, some kind of deadlines that if nothing comes up and there's no clear pathway up until a certain time, then, you know, sadly or unfortunately, I will have to leave my current job. And I think me coming to that conclusion has given me a bit of peace and a bit of, I'm feeling like, okay, I'm going to make progress already, because if you are in a permanent position, then you should be able to achieve like your trainings and your kind of like a progression in your career if you're not choosing agency, if you know what I mean. Because if you're choosing agency, then you're making their money, weekly income, and life is a lot easier for you. At least that would compensate for you losing out on the training side of things. But if you are permanent and you're still not able to achieve the goals that you set for your career, then what are you doing there? Then you need to rethink your whole strategy. So I think it will be a case of either or, just as I've spoken about. So that was another 2024 reflection that was making me feel kind of stuck, but I think in my head now, and by God's grace, through this time of just coming up apart from everything and just consecrating myself and just reflecting and praying and waiting, I think I have come to kind of like, this needs to happen. There needs to be a move, and I'm also praying about it. So pray with me, and we'll see how it goes. What I just don't want to happen, and what you shouldn't allow to happen, is for 2025 to come to an end, and then you're still feeling like, well, stuck. This is our year of progression. So in 2025, I don't want to see you waiting back in teams where things are not going well for you, where management is not supportive, or maybe you're the management and you're finding it really hard to manage, and there is no support for you for your role, and there is no way for things to get better, and this is affecting you, it's affecting your mental health. Or you're in a role where you feel like you can make more money, you can step up your career. So don't stay. You don't have to stay there. I think it's okay to make progress, it's okay to make the move, and I think it's okay to have varied experiences as well. It makes your CV colorful, it makes your CV good, and it makes you confident as a person, because you know that you can learn new things quickly and you can do hard things. So don't remain in jobs that you're not fulfilled in. And same goes for me, and same I will be doing or not doing. I will not be remaining if I can get it better somewhere else. I started my practice education course, and you know that I've been having students and I've been on this. This is the year where I should be completing that PG course. So we'll see how that goes. And that again was something that made me feel grateful that I didn't feel like the 5 years have been completely wasted. So wake up call: if you're starting your career, have a plan and make sure that you stick to that plan as much as possible, because things will try to like come in to distract you, but just stay focused and just know what you're doing and just go for it. Okay, so that's how, in a nutshell, 2024 was everything that had to do with social work. And now, outside of social work, my health was kind of it was funny in 2024. I don't have cancer, so please don't don't be scared for me. And they're not things that are not treatable. But I just had a lot of news and health scare in 2024 that got me so down, up to the point that I even stopped exercising and looking after myself. Isn't that ironic? Like when you hear something about your health and you should be doing something about it, but then that's when you're not doing anything about it. So that happened to me in 2024. I'm still on that journey. I'm still having appointments. I'm having to advocate and fight for myself. I've been on different waiting lists. It's tiring. I'm having to see the doctors. I'm having to go to the hospital. I'm even having to travel outside of my city to go and be seen in another city because I didn't want to remain stuck or remain on the waiting list in my city because it just went on forever. And as much as now I have more answers, I still don't have the full picture. So I'm still on that, and I hope that 2025 will bring me answers and will also bring me healing, and then I will be able to probably share to help anyone that might be going through the same. But it just made me understand that the NHS and the health system here in the UK is needs help, needs more needs to happen. So if you don't, just be grateful if you don't have to go to the hospital or have to be ringing your GP. Just be really grateful. And if you have to, because we are all in different phases of our lives, just know that nobody's going to speak out for you if you don't. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to ask for those tests. You have to insist. Obviously, you have to do it politely and just make sure that you're not being aggressive or abusive, because if you do that, you can be banned from your surgery and you can leave nasty notes on your records. So you don't want to get to that point, but you want to be persistently seeking and advocating for yourself. It gets tiring. I get tired, but I keep going, and hopefully this year will bring healing, complete healing, and I will be able to just move on and go back into my routine of looking after myself, exercising, eating well, and all of that. So if you've seen me and my puffy cheeks, that explains it. So yeah, but 2024 wasn't an entirely bad year. I mean, my family and I visited Disneyland, which was always our dream, for the very first time, and that was an epic holiday. We had such a good time. My husband turned 50. I gave him a little surprise party, but it was so good, and I think it was one of the highlights of 2024, and he had such an amazing time, and all his old friends were there, which was good. And above all, we are all here. We all are here, even though we've also had so many health concerns from people back home. But God has been gracious and God has been good, and we're all still here, and hopefully we will have a better 2025. So that's reflections on 2024 for me, and kind of like the plan for 2025. So you tell me, what are you planning to do? What happened in 2024 that was like remarkable, or maybe that just made you feel like 2024 was such a drag, like it wasn't. Just share it with me. And what are you planning for 2025 as it relates to your career? Are you trying to move into management, leadership? Are you planning some trainings? Are you moving from agency to permanent? Are you moving from permanent to agency? Whatever you might be doing, I want to hear about it, because you know what? When we share things, we also learn, and it helps every one of us. So over to you now. Just let me know what your plans are, obviously the ones that you can share. And if you're not yet following me on Instagram, you're missing out. Follow me on Instagram, where I share a bit more than what I share on YouTube, and it's the same, Locks and Chronicles. And just say hi when you get there. I will see you in my next video, but always remember that I really do love you. I do. Bye.